Alrighty, so the final coach activity in Cert book, in the certificate 2 in the book 1, is activity 8, which is on page 51. And it's communicate effectively on the phone. So it's all to deal with how we talk on the phone. So we're going to discuss the procedures to answering the phone and then answer the following questions. So what are the required ways of answering and finishing a business phone call? So clearly, when I'm at work, I don't be like, "Hey buddy, how you going?" That's not how I answer the phone. It's probably not how I answer the phone at any time. But when I'm at work, it's always very professional. It's always good morning or good afternoon, McDonald's, and then if it's Harbour Town or Australia Fair, Hope Island, Pacific Pines, Runaway Bay, whichever store I'm at, this is always speaking, how may I help you? Okay, so it's introducing myself, it's letting them know where they've called, and it's, I'm offering, what can I do for you today? So that's, you don't have to say good morning or good afternoon. You could say, hi, this is, hi, McDonald's Harbour Town, this is Zoe speaking. What can I do for you? There's slightly different ways you can do it and put your own spin on it, but the most important bit is that it comes across professionally. It doesn't come across like you're having a phone call with your best mate or with your mum. Okay, so definitely not, hi love, what's up today? No. Or just things like that. We need to stay professional on the phone. So when someone contacts the restaurant, obviously they're after something, whether it's a particular person they want to speak to, whether they have an issue, whether they're coming to fix something, they're calling in sick, calling up for a shift replacement. There's always a reason why someone's calling, yeah? So we need to get off them, who are they, first of all, okay? So is it a technician? Is it a crew person? Is it head office? Is it our payroll? Is it a customer? Okay? And then the issue. So is it a complaint? Is it positive feedback? Is it about a party? Is it Glenn's coming into store? Is it, another manager from another store needs some other product? Whatever it is, we need to make sure we write it down. So we need to write their name down. We need to find out a contact number we can call them back on and take note of that. And then we need to write down what the issue is. So who we need to pass that on to for us. So for example, say a customer rings up and it's about a party, and so what I would need to do is I need to find out when that party is. Maybe they're just calling out to confirm, so I would make sure I check the party dates, who was there, if their name is on the list for that time, and then get the party manager, who happens to be myself, so I would be calling them back. But say it was another manager, was the party manager, I would take down their name, I would ask for their phone number, and then I would send an email or leave a memo on eBoss for the party manager with those details and what that customer was after. Does that make sense? The final, or better check it's the final question, the second last question is, what system does your restaurant have in place so that messages are documented and passed on to the correct person? So we used to use eBoss a lot and the option of memos on eBoss. However, the problem with eBoss is that you can only access the memos on it when you're in store. So if I wasn't in the store and another manager tried to send me an email, then I wouldn't get it until I went into the store the next time, which could be too late. So generally we use email, which is good because you can track what time it was sent, when it was sent, who it was sent to, and what was said. We also use, as you guys use, private Facebook group messages. Private Facebook groups for the different restaurant managers on different restaurants, that we can say, hey, hi Tim, just letting you know that such and such called and they're coming in at such and such time to speak to you. And that way he can see it as well. We also, I might phone the person and leave them a message saying, this person's called for you, please give them a phone back. or I may even send them a text message. So we use many different forms of social media, but mainly emails. So that would be the biggest one, I would say. All right. Final question for this last coach activity is think about things which have frustrated you when you've been on the phone with people. Think particularly about retail business and list 5 things below. So this is what you find difficult, okay? Now I'll give you a few things that I find to help you along the way and get you thinking in the right track. So I get really frustrated when I call someone or someplace and I get those automated messages. Nothing frustrates me more. I called because I want to speak to a real person. Another thing that really annoys me is if I'm put on hold for a long period of time. I don't mind waiting in a queue on a phone if they tell me how long it's going to be. But if they say, hi, it won't be a second, I'll just get them for you, and I'm on the line for more than 5 minutes waiting for that person to pick up the phone, I'm getting quite annoyed. If the person on the other line is unhelpful, so they either don't know what they're doing and aren't going to put me onto someone or put me in contact with someone that does know what they're doing, or they just can't be bothered helping. Those 2 things really annoy me. Rude tones. So it's really important over the phone that you watch the tone of voice and you don't allow your emotions to overcome what you're thinking on the inside compared to what you need to portray on the outside on the business side of the world. So I don't enjoy being derogative terms or yelled at or someone that's speaking too quietly because I can't hear them properly. And the other thing that really frustrates me is when you've been waiting in that queue for ages on a phone, say for example to Medicare or any of those like Maya, Big Dub, Kmart, waiting to get through, and you finally get through the department you need to get through to, and then the line goes dead and you have to go back again. So for me, they're the things that really agitate me the most and frustrate me the most when dealing with phoning people on the phone at different retail businesses and different organisations. So I really hope that helps with that particular coach activity in case you get up to it and you haven't seen me in store and you want to finish it off. Feel free to drop me messages about it or comment below on any other questions. And I look forward to marking your books. Thanks.